Direct from the LAF Pet Rescue Studios. You're listening to the Todd Newton Show with Maria Todd.
Everybody around here, have you noticed that everybody seems very positive as of late? Maria and I tried to set up an environment around this show where everybody's having a good time. I mean, that's kind of what radio has always meant to us. I mean, this is not supposed to be a stressful job, and
it's not brain surgery.
We put a lot of work into it. No denying about that. A lot of prep, and Maria and I communicate pretty much all day, every day, just trying to think of things to talk about and how we're going to present them. But it is undeniable in this day and age that if you want a more, I don't want to say more relaxing, but a less stressful, which is probably the most plain way to say it, life, you gotta cut social media a little bit. We have read study after study, and you can look it up for yourself. It's not a political issue. It's not a social issue. It is science. The University of Pennsylvania just put out a really interesting study. You can look that one up. Limiting your social media usage to under 30 minutes a day can lead to significant improvements in well-being. We all know right now that what you're seeing on social media is not real life. Can we agree on that?
Absolutely. It's so curated.
It's so edited. It is so posed, and which obviously is what curated means. I'm just going further with it. No. I mean, but it's people are all made up. They've got lighting. They've got the angles that they know they look the best. It's not real. Yet we continue to read these articles about how people, young people especially, are comparing themselves to what they see on social media, and it is destroying their self-esteem and causing them to make decisions they would normally make in order to fit into what they feel like real life is. And it breaks my heart. And I hope everybody takes this article to mind and cuts down on it. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping it's an age thing. Like, as you get older, you'll get off of that.
I hope so, too. I really do. I mean, I will tell you just from personal experience, when I got off my personal Facebook, when I got rid of Instagram, when I got rid of TikTok, I loved it. Did I miss it for a few days? Yeah. But you know what? When I tried to stop eating fried foods, I missed that too. But I knew it was better for my heart and my waistline. It's just, please, with the new year, make 2024 the year that you start living your life and not the life that you think you should be living because of what some quote-unquote influencer does. Drives me nuts. Breaks my heart. You doing any social media these days, or are you kind of off it too?
I'm always one of those, like, I'm like a stalker. Like, I just go and post on people's pages. I don't post anything very often.
Yeah.
And I just go, the only thing I do, like, on a regular basis is if I have to wait somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't have anything to read, I'll go on TikTok.
Well, this is a great article, especially for parents. Google the University of Pennsylvania cutting social media usage and share it with your kids. Very, very beneficial. Todd Newton Show, Maria Todd, trying to help.
These two are just getting started.
Now all I see is you.
Hang tight for more of the Todd Newton Show with Maria Todd. Welcome back to the Todd Newton Show with Maria Todd. Yeah! Now, here's Todd and Maria.
Todd Newton Show, Maria Todd. ToddNewtonOnline.com is where you can connect with the show as you're listening. Hey, I watched 3 episodes in a row of this show. I think it's on A&E because I was waiting for the first 48 to come on. I love that show, the first 48. 3 episodes of this show called Court Cam. Have you seen Court Cam?
No, I've never seen Court Cam.
It's a whole show made up of security footage from courtrooms across the country and things that happen in these courtrooms that you never thought, like, you're like, no way would anybody ever behave like this in a courtroom. You know what I mean? They had one where this guy was in for a traffic ticket and he was, trying to plea it down. And the judge said, oh, she pauses and she says, oh, it looks as if you have an outstanding warrant. And then he just runs. He runs. And then you're seeing the bailiff, at this neighborhood courthouse having to chase this guy down. And the bailiff, listen, is not in the best of shape. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
He doesn't see a whole lot of action, I would guess. And then they show the whole thing. It is fascinating. Court cam. They had this other guy, and he was being tried for arson, I think. Skinny guy with tattoos all over his face, really creepy. And they had him in one of those plastic cells, those plastic pins inside the courthouse,
Right.
And he climbed up through the top. They had like a little vent. He was so skinny he got through, and 3 bailiffs are hitting him with their billy clubs, trying to get him to come down. He escaped out of this pod, climbed up into the ceiling of the courthouse.
Oh, jeez. Where do you think you're going with this?
I don't know, man. It's just nuts. But it got me thinking about things that happen and things that are said in our nation's courtrooms by judges. And I found this list online of interesting sentences.
Oh, I'd love to hear.
Handed down by America's judges. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. In Ohio, a man was ordered to scoop manure at a state fair because he knocked over a porta potty. That was his sentence.
That's a great sentence.
Yeah. Also in Ohio, a woman was given the choice between 30 days in jail or walking 30 miles after she did not pay for a cab ride. The cab dropped her off and she took off running, got caught. 30 days in jail or walking 30 miles. I would take those 30 miles. You kidding me? As pretty as I am, I'm not going to jail. Let's see. Oh, okay. In Montana, a man had to write. It's like when we were in elementary school. He had to write,
about to say,
boys do not hit girls 5,000 times as part of his sentence for assault. That was just part of his sentence, but he hit
boys
a woman.
Boys do not hit girls. I would love to see him in front of the chalkboard like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
Boys do not hit girls.
Yeah. And then lastly, in Maria's state of Texas, a man and woman, had to display a sign admitting their theft and stand at an intersection. They had to stand at that sign every weekend for 6 years. They had to stand at the intersection with a sign saying, "We're thieves," every weekend for 6 years. Who says there's no justice in America?
Want more Todd and Maria? Connect with the show.
Turn it up.
By visiting ToddNewtonOnline.com.